Watch Group B. Okay, let's watch Group B. So we're gonna go into Group B here. Okay. Let's see it. Let's see some CN tech. Frodan can read Chinese. I can read a little bit. I can read a little bit. Okay. yeah, exactly. EDR. Sorry for people who have to listen to my terrible Chinese. It must sound embarrassing. I remember that, like, I once had a girlfriend who spoke Chinese as her first language, and anytime I tried to speak Chinese, she always would like cringe and look at me and say, "Why do you say it like that?" And I was like, "I'm not trying to say like anything. I'm just saying like how I think it should be said in my head. I'm not like trying to dress it up or anything like that." She would just laugh because it just sounded so funny to her. Shaco Bear. We've seen some people try to favor some Shaco reroll. I'm not sure if I want to hold Shaco without sword though. I feel like it kind of matters to get like the Edge of Night or a BT or something early. I guess you could justify with a cloak because Quicksilver is also a good component for him. Cloak and glove. Okay, silvers. That's some emotional damage. It's fine. I didn't really care very much. I didn't like pride myself on my Chinese skills. I mean, she was right. My Chinese was pretty embarrassing. Titanic Titan? Okay. I think your Chinese is beautiful. Thank you, Broken. Or should I say, 谢谢. I mean, the way I'm saying it is almost like you would say it in English. If you go, thank you, instead of just saying thanks. It's because I add a bunch of like stupid flair for no reason and overemphasize it, and everyone's just like, why are you saying it like that? You're saying like you're announcing it over a intercom to like a formal congregation. Okay, young, wild, and free. Graves, young, wild, and free. Great, 2 Graves player. Okay, you know we saw previously the Graves player would pivot off. Maybe we'll see 2 guys with Graves hold hands. The other guys pivoted off into Divinicore Garen. So he literally tried to play the Graves core and then tempo to Garen and then get to Divinicore Garen with like the stairs gauge. He actually got a 5th, which is reasonable. But obviously the other Graves guy won the game, so he probably wasn't too happy about that. What are your origins? My parents are from Taiwan, but they moved to Taiwan during the war. My grandparents are from mainland China. So I consider myself like Taiwanese/Chinese, which is actually a little messy depending on who you talk to. But, you know. Okay, we have Titanic Titan. Billy. So this guy's been competing for a while, Wencan. He competed back in TOC 4? That's like set 6? Something like that. So this guy's been competing for a while. I don't know much about this guy. I guess he's like relatively new. His last characters are Zhu Wang, so we can just call him Zhu Wang. Why are the high-ranked TFT players in NA are Taiwanese/Chinese? That's a good question. Why do you think? a lot of high-ranked TFT players in NA are from Asian descent. There's a lot. There's a handful of top players who aren't, but I'll let you take the first crack at it since you want to open up the topic. My grandfather was the son of a concubine in mainland China. Oh, damn. Why am I tripping? How did the guy with support mining lose when they had the same board? I actually wasn't paying attention to that. I was too busy thinking about Chinese people. Yeah, this guy has been competing for a couple sets now. His best run was in set 10, I want to say, or set 11. So XiaoZhiZhu has a background. Snowy's been a long time competitor. He's been playing since forever. He is the 4th member on APG. If you guys remember, Huan Mei 62nd and Li Luo. This guy's the 4th teammate on that for the 4v4. Very good. They did well in ACL. Did they advance? I think actually, let me check for EWC. Did they advance? Wikipedia. EWC. No, they actually lost. They went top. They went bottom 2. Oh man, EWC was pretty sad. EWC was pretty sad. Asians are just built different. Your education was much better than Australia. Well, I don't know what the education system like in Australia, but I would definitely say that in general. I have noticed. I think it's hard not to notice that a lot of the North American players that excel in TFT tend to skew towards Asian. It's not 100%, obviously. Dish Soap is not Asian. Far from it. The best TFT player in the world is white. Kerm is Asian. He's half Korean. Yeah, that's true. I don't think his other half is white, is it? Did you watch top 8 of Street Fighter? Dude, I saw that Lashar won again. This guy, I actually wanted to play Ed for this season. But then I saw what they did to Ed, and also Ed's really hard and time intensive to learn. So it's like one of those things where I was just like less enthusiastic about it. So I don't know. And then now everyone is switching to Ryu from Ken. And I feel like, I don't know. I guess I don't feel like I'm good enough to like really notice the difference. I know that Ryu hits like a goddamn semi-truck now. I might just stick with Ken. Now it's like, now people won't flame me as hard for playing Ken, but maybe he's, yeah. He went from Mai to Ryu to Terry. I thought he went from Mai to Ed to Terry, but it was nuts. I need to go watch the VODs. I saw that he did though. But like all of my Ken idols are switching. Angry Birds that he's switching to Ryu. Tokitos that he's switching. And I'm like, these are the guys that I like first watched to like learn. Like these are the reason. This is the reason I picked Ken, man. So now, I think I might just stay with him. I don't even know if I have time to like actually learn another character though. Golemify. Top 8 was generally very high quality. I think Street Fighter 6. I think I was talking about it, but I think Street Fighter 6 is so well balanced for a fighting game. So well balanced. I know that like obviously there's things that are not great about it, but like it as a package, it's already very much put itself in like GOAT contention for like fighting games, just as a package, in totality of it. Everything about the game. Obviously, individual flaws of the game is not perfect, especially if you're like an old FGC guy, so you might like see a lot of flaws. But it's really good stuff right now. Silvermere Dawn Vi. Okay. Just for frontline. Silvermere Dawn's actually pretty underrated just as like a tank item on like Jarvan or any other tanky vanguards. It's like not the best, but people think that Silvermere Dawn has to be like a Rengar item or like a like some kind of melee carry item, you can just put on your tank. Ken is completely fine. Just stick to him. He's maybe the weakest of the top tier Shotos, what makes him top tier. Yeah, that's right, man. The weakest Shoto. We finally complained about it long enough for it to be true. He's not even like that weak though. You just can't like Jinrai spam as much anymore, which is actually a really big deal. Also, I was going to sign up for the Sajam Slam, and I'm the returning champion of the same Jam Slam, and I can't sign up for it because it's during regionals. So I wanted to actually play. I'm actually bummed because I heard some of the people that were signing up, and I was really excited because I wanted to play with some of them, but I can't play this time. I'll have to sign up for the next one. And Evo is during EWC, so I can't actually go to Evo either. Sajam was like, Sajam, I'm so sad. Sajam and BoxBox like were like asking if I could do it, but I was like, nah, I can't, man. Is Scar playing? Scar needs to. He needs to come back to defend his title. He could be the first ever 3-time Slam champion. I think all my teammates signed up except for me. I'm sad. You think you could beat Double F in a best of 5 or first of 5? Not right now, but I think right now I've definitely improved. Double F is like 1600, 1700 Ken, which is pretty good, and I think I'm 1400. So if I trained really hard, I think I could get there by the time Evo rolls around, but it's really hard. It's just part of it's like time intensive. Because I'm at the stage where I need to just nail down my absolute, like, I just need to, like, execute better. Like, I think I know conceptually what to do. I just need to execute a lot better. And that just takes repetition. You just need to play. You just need to play, get used to seeing situations and reading players. Like, at the stage that you get to with Street Fighter at around 1400 MR is, like, probably, like, Masters. I'd probably say, like, Masters 200, 300 LP in TFT. It's like you kind of know what you're lacking, and you just need to like spend time to actually improve. Okay, we got Climb the Ladder Anima Squad. We haven't seen Anima actually do that well today. Anima has been surprisingly performing badly. It's like been I think it's bot forward every game so far, except for one. I think people just prefer Vanguards a lot more because it feels like Anima without Leona just can't function. But if you play Vanguards without Leona too, you have alternatives. Punk also got a Mega Wash with Ryu and immediately switched back. I think people might be overhyping Ryu a little bit, but he's definitely really good. Okay, here comes the cash out. 2 dupes. Why? How do they let Masters players in the tournament into the Sajam Slam? It's because they want Masters players to sign up. They want the highest ranked players to be where BoxBox's level is at. Because BoxBox plays at like a GM level, like in TFT equivalent. I'll say BoxBox right now is like mid GM in Street Fighter equivalent, which is pretty dang good. And they want more people to play at that level, so they're trying to encourage more people to sign up for that. And I think there might be enough people to do that. My hope is to become a 1 seed in Street Fighter, the Street Fighter stages. I want to be as good as BoxBox, at least. I mean, I prefer to beat BoxBox. I can't have him beat me at everything. This guy beats me at Mecha Bellum. He's higher LP than me in TFT. Although he actually asks me for advice in TFT all the time. I can't have BoxBox beat me at everything though. This guy got 2 Varus ones on the board. Oh god. Oh god. It's okay. He has 59 HP. He has plenty of time. He actually on the low could have even pushed his Titanic Titan, but I think it's fine. Or it pushed his Cypher. Wasn't the last time during Worlds? Yeah, the last Street Fighter tournament it happened during set 13 Worlds, and I missed this winning twice. I'm like, I can't do this again. I don't want to miss these important moments in TFT. Fast 9. Oh my god. He still is pushing his cipher. Wait, this guy's insane. Okay. Oh, okay. What? Wow, what a turn. He got Chalice. Okay, he beats Vayne 2. He beats Vayne 2. He has nothing? Yeah, but his opponent has Vayne 2. He's playing at least 1, but his opponent has Vayne 2, so it's all good. Is Frodan going to CS major for work or for work? I got some stuff I'm filming some stuff for Team Vitality. They're doing like an NA ambassador program thing, and they literally went down the line and tried to get anyone from TFT to go, and they sure as hell couldn't get Soju or Setsuko to other than go, so it's me. I'm going. Ryu's super strong, but he's strong in ways where you can't abuse to instantly access it, so you need to have good feeling for his neutral and pressure game first. He only has like 3 super cheap things. Yes, his solar plexus is mega cheap, man. Because for an old guy like me, I can't react. That and his overhead and his donkey kick. Those are like the 3 things that I hate the most about Ryu. His forward, his heavy forward, his overhead, and his donkey kick. I actually don't even think that some of the other stuff that people spam is that problematic, like his Hoshigeki. You just like I mean I'm a perfect parry kind of guy, so like I just practice that perfect parry. I don't get it all the time, but you know, if you get it enough times, they stop doing it. Even if you get it like once, they're scared to do it. If you get it twice in the match, they're gonna stop doing it. And I don't care if I miss, you punish me. But it's about instilling fear into my opponent. 3 Chemtech overdrives. 3 Chemtech overdrives. It's crazy. Oh, because Zeri can reposition. Oh, okay. That's right. That's smart. That's smart. Binary airdrop, Anima Squad. Okay, we hit Xayah too. I mean, I think Anima Squad is still good. It's just that it's very, very dependent on Xayah and Leona. And Aurora. It feels like it's very, very dependent on it. And then like Marksman Vanguard is like much more flexible. But I would say that the upside of Anima Squad is very good though. Okay, Chemtech Overdrive on Graves, which is also very, very hard to stop. He's only on Graves 2 though. It's end of stage 4 and this guy's at 7 Graves, so his spot's pretty bad. As a non-Street Fighter gamer, I think I understand how chat felt when we were talking about the NBA yesterday. Yeah, sorry. I have a wide range of interests. So I tend to get a little bit off topic at times. I like to yap a lot. This might surprise you guys, but I like talking about stuff. I like talking about stuff. It's why my wife is not afraid to bring me as a wedding guest. Because she knows that I can socialize a little bit. He transferred items from Elise 1 to Aurora 1 off his Q cone. Seven XO. Okay, I think his Exotech setup is like not really good items. I feel like Kraken's actually super important for Zeri because it ramps her AD. It shores up the one weakness of Exotech the most, which is that you actually just lack damage. He has so much beefiness and utility that you kind of just lack the actual DPS. And so Kraken gives you like an infinite scaling AD source for Zeri, which synergizes really well with Rageblade. Is the Zon Portal Augment good? I see it taking quite a lot. Yeah, it's just generically really solid for compositions that can utilize, that don't mind the positioning downside and can use the stats well. So like for Zeri, for example, Zeri is always going to dash to the back, right? So Zeri can start on this and she'll always dash to like one of the things in the back. So the downside of this is not very severe. Graves positions in the second row, so that's always good. Yeah, like there's not there's probably other comps that we'll see that it makes sense for as well. You can even play it in 6 Vanguard. You can even play it in 6 Vanguard, but it's mostly like things that don't mind positioning in the second row. I just tried the Urgot Vanguard and got top 4. Okay. Wait, did you hit everything? And more importantly, what'd you lose to? Ooh, Jarvan 3. Okay, I think he was struggling a little bit, but now he hit Graves 3 and Jarvan 3 very quickly. 8 out of 52. You know, sometimes when I see like 20 out of 52 and I only have like enough, I just like send it to 0 anyways, just to pump one more time. I'm addicted to the pump. Golden Ox is funny like that. I'm just like addicted to the pump. Silvermere Dawn Vi 3. Cog Lamau. Going up against Renekton 2. This guy's the Fast 9 Dynamo board. He took forward thinking into Fast 9. Honestly, it doesn't look like he is dying. He's pretty strong. He doesn't have Zac though. Zac is like the way you cap that board. Dynamo is still like Amp. It's actually very, very similar to Amp. It's dependent on Zac to help you scale into the late game. You basically play like your small vertical. Instead of playing 5 Amp, you play 4 Dynamo. Instead of playing for Samira, you play for Aurora. You're still dependent on hitting your 2-star 4 costs like MF and Annie, but you rely on the Zac for scaling. Zac carries both of those comps. And right now his Zac is not like super beefy. Ooh, he's on. Oh, okay, he's dead. Pump is just right. So good thing to be addicted to. Yeah, I mean the Golden Ox. It's just very satisfying to get that number higher. I'm not sure why. It's just the part of the brain that says yes. Now I'm 52, whatever the hell that means. You hover over it and you're just like, you don't even really care how much more damage Amp it gets. You just need to see that number higher. What's the highest you've gotten Golden Ox? Oh, in the mid 60s, I think. I mean, I think I got it to 70 one time, but mid 60s. It drives chat crazy. A lot of times, I'm about to reveal one of my trade secrets. A lot of times, I stop rolling like 1 or 2 off, and I just know chat's gonna go crazy. Like pump, you have to pump. Roll 1 time. Like 1 off of gold. It's so funny, man. It happens every time. I'm like 20 out of 24, and then I just like wait. And I just do it like a little bit afterwards. Dude, Jarvan 3, Seta 3 is so good. The real rage baiter was Frodan. I mean, I feel like that's like how the dynamic works. It's not fun if it's only one-sided, right? Is this his 3rd mod? I mean, usually you take Golden Ox, but I don't know if he would take anything. He takes Street Demon? Why not just Golden Ox for Samira? The worst is when you can't and you hope they farm a gold for you to pump 1 more. You'll farm a gold. If you have a good setup for it, you'll just farm like a gold. It's always funny though when you're like 3 rolls off, so you have to print 6 gold. And then you're just like roll. You just collect the gold and you roll no matter what. Even if it's exactly the unit you need in the shop, you're like, nah, I'm rolling. I'll find it later. He doesn't want to play Viego. Oh. Yeah, but I think you do want to play Viego. But I guess you're right. If he has Garen and Zac, you can't play Viego. Well, you know, the Chemtech Overdrive Zeri is losing, just for the record. I think right now top 3 is Graves, And then what did he just lose to? He lost to the other guy. Lost to the amp player. We finally seen amp, by the way. I was talking about China doesn't play amp very often. They're finally playing amp now. Damn. Garen 2 with lucky gloves. Okay. That wasn't that impressive of a Garen, actually. I think look like he wins against the amp player. Snowy loses. Don't you just go 8th if you can't find Samira on amp? Maybe, but you also can't say, I mean, that's like a really reductive way to analyze a composition. I mean, if I say like, oh, if you play Anima Squad, but you don't hit Leona at all, don't you just go 8th? It's like, well, yeah. If you go Kog'Maw reroll and you never hit Kog'Maw 3, don't you just go 8th? Like, well, yeah, exactly. That's like the whole point. The composition doesn't work without the units that it's based on. You're also not supposed to play amp unless you are in a spot where you're economically like wealthy enough for you to expect to hit like Zac or Samira or something. Man, this Graves comp is just doing it, man. He's just crushing everyone. I mean, that was actually a pretty close fight. But she's a 5 cost, and it's very normal not to find her. No. I mean, you're supposed to position yourself to be in a spot to find her, though, if that makes sense. So put another way, if you manage your econ and your opener well enough, you should be in a position good enough to be likely to hit the Samira. So it's like the good amp players will put themselves in spots where not hitting Samira is a low roll because they're very likely to do so. Those are the good players. Unfortunately, there's a lot of amp players who choose not to play it that way. They choose to play it like, I will just roll on 40 gold at level 8, and if I hit, I hit. That's the bad amp spots because they're just coin flipping for the sake of it. But if you're playing a amp from a good spot, you should be like likely to hit, and it's no different than like rolling to hit a 4 cost like an Aphelios and missing on that. So just depends. It just depends. And that actually applies to a lot of different compositions too. Like for example, Rapid Fire Renekton. Why does it feel like when people play Rapid Fire Renekton, they always hit the Renekton? It's because the people who are good at understanding when it is a rapid fire spot. Oops, sorry. I'm not sure why this is, but like my Stream Deck is kind of borked. And it like sometimes asks for like me to re-authenticate or something like that. I uninstalled the app and it still happens. Okay, so sorry, we missed that last fight. So the last fight is Snowy with Amp. He has 4 mods. He's just like, it's like too hard to beat. He ended up playing the Viego too, by the way. Lucky Gloves, Samira, IE Guard Breaker. Yeah, too good, too good. This guy has 4 Garen mods. Yeah, that Garen's is a win condition. You just get too much value over the Garen mods over time. My Steam Deck does that as well. I'm not sure why that is. I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, let me go ahead and screenshot this, and we'll get into game number 2. Screenshots. And put this in Discord. And get ready for game number 2. Okay, so this is Group B, Game 1. So what won that lobby? That was Amp, Graves, Golden Ox, Anima, Exotech, Marksman Vanguard, Kog'Maw reroll, Dynamo, Fast 9, and Exotech. So that was a lobby where Exotech didn't actually like crush through, which is good. You want to see that. You want to see Exotech struggle a little bit. Once I took forward thinking, angling amp, was I supposed to go level 9 and roll 30 gold, or level 8 roll 100? Level 8 roll 100. Level 9 30 gold is like no gold. TLIs, thanks for the raid for 770. Appreciate it, man. Welcome all the Thai ladies. Unfollowed right? No, I refollowed him. I refollowed him. No, don't worry, man. Me and Greg, we're cool now. We buried the hatchet. I decided to uncurse Greg. I claim responsibility for what happened this past weekend, but consider himself uncursed. We're ready for the next one. Iron 1 raid. Did he play League of Legends? Is that what happened? He played some League of Legends today? He made it to Iron 1. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. There's a post on the League of Legends subreddit. The guy was like, I am the worst League of Legends player in the world. And he posted a match history of him playing like hundreds of games and he's Iron 4. And he's like, I'm not even like inting on purpose. I'm just this bad. I don't know what to do to improve. So yeah, in short, I found Greg's Reddit account. He has competition. Yeah. Can you uncurse him in League too? Because he is hard stuck Iron. Well, I mean, that's not me cursing him. That's his teammates. You think he's Iron because of his own problems? I'm pretty sure it's his team's fault. All right, Portable Forge. Worth the wait. Clear mind. Warpath. This guy took Warpath. And he hit Echo 2 with his street D. Okay. I'm not hardstuck Iron. I'm a silver gamer. Sure. All right, everyone. Greg says that he's a silver gamer. What's that LeBron? What's that LeBron gift? Oh yeah, this one. I'm a silver. I'm not Iron, guys. I'm silver. Oh, all right, man. Dude, this guy took Warpath. My God, he doesn't even have a webcam. He's just the Briar Shork cosplay image. First game we load in, someone insta flashed. Who was it? Are you protecting someone's privacy, Emily? Worth the wait. Does this guy get worth the wait Kog'Maw? No, he got worth the wait Kindred. Okay. Worth the wait Kindred. That's a lot less cool than worth the wait Kog'Maw. We've seen a lot of people play worth the wait Kindred into Nitro. China actually plays Nitro. We saw it before. China actually plays Nitro reroll if they get a chance to. But I think it's because Shunga likes it a lot. Shunga plays a lot of Nitro reroll. I watched his VODs. That dude rerolls Nitro like all the time. Oh, wait. Oh, he's doing it. Wait a second. Maybe. They go for Jin 3, and then they play Jin 3 Nitro. That's one thing that China does. I watched his VODs. He bought for 3 reroll nitro. That's what I was saying. Okay, Emily has my back. Wow, Emily actually watches the CN VODs. I was telling. Okay, thank you. He like rerolled nitro so many times, and he just kept going bot 4, and I was like, "Am I stupid, or does this comp suck?" She's like, "No, she's not, man." Also, doesn't this confirm that Emily's a Giga Sweat? She watches Chinese VODs, like CM player VODs, to improve. Except, I don't know whose VOD you're watching to pick Alter Ego for Game 6, Emily. That was... I applaud the effort. It was super woke. It was super woke. But I don't know what possessed you to think that was your out. But like in her defense, the Ross hero augment actually kind of slaps now. If you can somehow magically teleport to a Ross 3 situation, it actually kind of cooks. But the problem is you're never gonna hit it. Emily's sweating for 4 digits. Dude, she hit 4 digits. You're working on digit 2. She's working on digit 4. You better watch out, man. I feel like everyone has brigaded against Wang and Greg so much that I feel like I'm like the last of the love watchers. I'm an endangered species. Are there any love watchers remaining? I feel like there's none. There's so few of us, man. We're like in a race with Korea to who has a declining birth rate faster. Like the love watcher birth rate has fallen to emergency levels. We need some kind of stimulus here. There's like no love watchers anymore. We're Korea low. Oh no. If you can love watch Greg playing League, I genuinely think you're the nicest person on earth. Or they just don't take League of Legends that seriously. Oh, man. Now it's between the hate watchers and the rage baiters. Oh, my God. I mean, aren't they kind of the same, though? I feel like you're just describing two sides of the same coin. This guy is playing Wits End on Rengar. It's probably Wits End on Graves, right? Wits End on Graves. Wits End Graves is really good. Statistically, it's his best artifact, but I'm pretty sure that's just because the knowers are in the know and there's just a bunch of people. There's like the bad players aren't clicking Wits End yet. Worth the wait, Jax 3. Is that better now because Exotech is so good? Before that was like one of the worst ones you can get, but that might be better now. Cooking power. Worth the wait just might be like an S tier augment now because there's so many good one costs. Like you get the one cost Vanguards, you're happy. You get the one cost Nitros, you're happy. You get like stuff that's like good for certain verticals, like Jax. You're not even that disappointed. You also can play like some crazy reroll stuff. You get worth the wait Shaco, that's good. It's worth the wait just might actually be like an S tier pick now. Before it was like a good pick, you can't go wrong with it. Now it just might be like really good. You can get Gorilla. I keep getting Alistar. Okay. I mean, Alistar's not even that terrible either. Like in terms of like he's actually like you can actually do something with it. There's a person that was in not for this, but someone in a different tournament was playing worth the wait Alistar into Golden Nox Graves, and it worked. It worked all right. It got like a second. But you have to kind of be in the spot to have that. He had like the Graves already and like some components for him. I honestly don't understand what you mean by vertical. Vertical means stacking something higher. Okay, sorry. I'm literally defining the word vertical. I'm assuming I'm gonna start from scratch. Some people may have maybe this is their first time that you ever heard the word. Vertical means to stack something higher. So in TFT that means stacking the trait higher. So we go from like 3 exotech to 5 exotech to 7 exotech to 10. That's a vertical. Stacking that trait higher and higher. Street Demons and Exotech. Yes, exactly. Anima Squad is also... Divinicore is technically a vertical. Even though you kind of build it very fluidly. Okay, we got Prismatics. Got black markets. Okay, I'm interested in some of the black markets. We've seen a lot of Chemtech Overdrive lately. Sponging also is a lot higher value in oh, wait. Is he playing Bruisers? What is this guy playing? Is he rerolling? He leveled to 6. He's not rerolling. He's just playing Marksman. He's just playing Marksman or Anima Squad. He may be playing Anima Squad. He's only all Anima Squad. Okay, so sponging Anima Squad, sure. You can just like sponge the Warmogs. Sponging's really good in Exotech though. This guy is looking for his first graves. Oh, looks like the VOD ended. The stream went down, so okay. Hopefully it doesn't like. Okay, looks like it went down for one fight, but we're back in. Went down for one fight, but we're back in. Is there horizontal? Like nothing really. We don't really say horizontal comps in TFT. It's just like a. But if we were to describe horizontal, it would be like bronze for life boards. But that's not really a term we use anymore. Horizontal comps. Greg is a trendsetter. Like so many like your Allen Iverson of TFT. Oh, is there a response to how there's so many Greg emotes? My theory is that Greg actually started a bunch of bot accounts to just spam Greg emotes to make himself artificially popular. And then now he's a celebrity. No one could get that Gregalicious that quickly, if you ask me. I mean, if you just really think about it, has anyone rise to stardom been this quick? Going in Cypher in tournament, is that not just too risky? No, Cypher is one of the best lines to play in tournament. One of the best. Gregalicious. Oh man. We need a rendition of that song. Someone needs to do instead of Fergalicious. Oh man. Someone needs to get on that ASAP. Maybe some content from Emily's next piano stream. She can rap. Yeah, he got the Graves. He has the Wits End on it, so he just needs the Stairs Gauge and the Quicksilver. Please don't let her rap. Emily? I think Emily has some pretty sick flow. Urchibasa. Okay, this guy cashed at 130. Nothing crazy. Coronation. What did this guy get? He got Complete Item Anvil. That's pretty good. Complete Item. Okay, Complete Item is one of the better ones. He has wise spending, rapid fire. He's still pretty far. Oh, nice. He's still pretty far away from level 8, though. Why is Witsend so good on Graves? Because his passive says it fires. What? He just opens a double Galio orb. Crazy. Okay. Now he's just rolling to hit 3 stars. He's gonna stop here at 50. Because Graves' passive says fire 5 projectiles, that triggers Wits End every single bullet, or every time he shoots. Every time he fires. It counts 5 times. So it's really, really OP. It does a ton of damage. But I do think that it falls off late game relative to some of the other stuff because it's only flat damage. It's not scaling. But it is incredibly powerful tempo. By sick flow, do you mean you listen to it and it makes you sick? Why are you guys so mean? Are you guys jealous that you lack musical talent? I mean, I get it. I ask once more, where are the love watchers? Are there any that remain? Not even one? Just me? These chatters are hating all day. It's what their pride is that's what fuels them, man. The rage and the rage baiting. Greater Moonlight, can we use that at all? Can we use that on Mundo? He's playing Greater Moonlight? Oh! Wait, this guy is cooking. Bruiser, Marksman, Greater Moonlight, Sponging. Mundo 4. Wow. Okay, I'm in. Now I'm away. At first you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. And we lost. Unless? Aw. I love you, Frodan. Thank you. We found one. She's a fun streamer. Emily? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, we went 3-star Echo. Interesting. Chat is just a reflection of the streamer. That is true. You know what I also noticed? I also noticed an uptick in Emily Wang hate watching other people now. I think it's starting to spread. You guys have officially turned her evil. She's now in her evil arc. Senate 3 with no items, sadly. The rage bait meta was fun in the start, but now it's too saturated and boring. Oh, you think it's too saturated now? Wait till it actually becomes trendy. Because the way the trends will continue until it's beaten to death so many times. Like, you need to kill a joke so many times that, like, even Marvel wouldn't revive it, you know? It needs to be done so... It needs to be so overdone. Yeah. Is there a reason why so many TFT streamers are angry all the time? It's because anger sells. Emotion sells. You say anger, I say passion. You know what the worst thing is? Apathy. Not even caring. I mean, you generally have to be calm and collected, but broadly speaking, indifference, apathy. If you don't care about what you do, then why are you doing it? This guy got Radiant Kraken, by the way. That's her best Radiant item. I think it's actually called like something pretty epic. It's like Torrential Maelstrom. It sounds like some kind of crazy World of Warcraft spell that Thrall casts or something. Anger at a child's game is something else. I mean, what are we talking about? We're talking about sports? Are we talking about chess? Are we talking about TFT? Also, I think a lot of people label things as just anger broadly, but there's also different shades of sharp emotion. There's frustration, right? I mentioned passion. There's intensity. There's like different, it's not just like this black and white, he's angry. It's like there could be other different emotions experienced than just angry. People, if what you interpret everything as just pure anger, then maybe you need to recalibrate on what types of emotions that exist, because not everyone's just angry. They could be fired up. You know. There's also angy. Yes, there's also angy. There's also hangry. That was me like 2 hours ago, and then I got a snack. I wasn't expecting a clinic on emotional intelligence. To Frodan's point, anger is often a secondary emotion, something like passion. He's right.
Getting more dogged again.
He's right. Oh, a prismatic ore. Okay, now I'm angry. What the heck is this? Look, this guy just all of a sudden just teleports into 3 special items out of nowhere? What is going on? His lobby just like tripled in power level. What is this nonsense? What do you go with radiant item here? Radiant Gunblade? Giraffe, thanks for the 5 months. Why are you so ragey? Please control your emotions. Sorry. Radiant Gunblade, huh? Actually, I don't know. Let me look it up real quick. 6 rapid fire. Who wants a cookie? Who wants a cookie? You can. What is the best radiant item? If I just sort generically by 6 rapid fire, and I go rapid fire emblem and Renekton. What's the best radiant item that you could have, just generically in the stats, in the statistics? Relevant sample size. Actually, I'm not sure if this is true, but the answer is no one got it. Infinity Edge. The highest is Infinity Edge, just generically speaking. But I think that's because it's a Cypher cash out. But you can't really filter out Cypher because that's kind of important. So, hard to say. Oh, bro, this guy rolled so fast. Sorry, I missed his roll down. I need to see that in blindies. This is peak TFT athleticism right here. Check this out. Check this out. Damn, look at him go. Look at him go. Have you guys ever watched Box Bootcamp Advanced and Casual Division? Have you guys ever watched the Box Bootcamp Advanced and Casual Division? Some of these players are just completely clueless because they don't play TFT as their main game, which is totally fine. But their APM is sometimes so crazy because they come from other games. I'm out here like watching like SK play, for example, and because SK asked me to coach her on a few times throughout the set, including boot camp, and like she goes from like not doing anything and just so slow to make any decision, and then once I'm like, oh, she's like, can I roll here? I'm like, yeah, you should roll here. Like instantly spends 30 gold like and skips like everything that I would have bought. She skips like 3 things per shop I would have bought. It's just crazy. Who's SK? She's a popular Overwatch / Marvel Rivals competitor / content creator. She's great. She was also on the opposite team. She was on the 2nd place team for the Sajam Slam, and the top 2 teams qualified for Japan. So I hung out with. She was the best. She was Box's counterpart. So Box was top seed on my team. SK was top seed on their team. So and she's a very multi-talented gamer. All right, 6 rapid fire. Yeah, plus they rarely think about other shops other than the units in the team plan. I know they're super cracked though at roll speed. It's really funny. They're so quick. She's also a gooner on Twitter. Oh, she's a bit of a gooner. Okay, this guy hit rapid fire Renekton too. I think this is a setup that can win the game with rapid fire, but the problem is that the prismatic orb that spiked the lobby. Like everything is so strong. Everything is so strong in this game. I realized I didn't update bottom left. Sorry. This is game 2, prismatic finale. What would you do in trainer golems with Exotech Marksman Syndicate if Exotech and Marksman is equally contested? I'll play Exotech because Exotech is more stable on 1 star. You can get away with Exotech being 1 star. You have a much harder time getting away with 1 star Marksman. Just look at that number. We're entering phone number digits 252276. That's crazy. Zeri's just dropping area codes. like the number is just so outrageous in terms of what you're getting out of Zeri now. What's her Twitter? Man, you guys just... It's because I got the Greg raid. Her Twitter is SK Overwatch. Oh, okay. You know what? No. Okay, I'm not showing these videos. But you guys, you can do SKOW. Oh, oh, is that the ghost? That's the ghost. Is Exotech Vertical best for Cypher cash out? It's one of the common 4-cost lines that you play for. But you could play Cypher into anything. You could play it into... This guy played into Rapid Fire because he had Cooking Pot. You can play into Amp. You can also just stay in Cypher and reroll Cypher and play 5 Cypher reroll. You have several options. There's also a couple other like things that we've seen in the past. We've seen people cash out the Vanguard's Marksman. We've seen people play it into a couple of other like Fast 9 boards. Why spending up to 9? Okay, Shendu, I see you. I like Shendu. I mean, this guy is my hero. He played Greater Moonlight he played Greater Moonlight with Bruiser and Marksman, and then transitioned off Mundo to go into Alistar 4 into Urgot Bruisers. This guy's a beast.
Man, I'm getting more dogged.
What's his name? How do I pronounce his name? I don't recognize him. What's SK's Twitch? I think it's just ESKY. ESKAY. I'll type it in chat. Does TFT make adjustment updates every Wednesday, or can they update the game anytime during the week? They can update it within the League of Legends patch cycle because TFT is a game mode within League of Legends. Horizon Focus Zach. Yeah, it's hard to remember, but TFT is just a game mode in League of Legends. A very, very popular game mode. Ooh. Oh, that guy's dead? That guy's board's really strong. Holy cow. 7 Exotech. So we have Rapid Fire versus Exotech. Zeri. I'm surprised he went for Alistar over the Mundo. Yeah, I think it seemed like he wanted to drop both and wanted to play into... It seemed like he wanted to play into Boombot, but he would have to go into Kog'Maw 4, and that's just probably not very good. So he decided to just go for a Bruiser. And Mundo in the Urgot board doesn't link to much because you're not trying to link to Street Demon or Slayer. At least Alistar links to Golden Ox. Either way, third is pretty good. That was a pretty cool game. That was a pretty cool game. Anyways, Salty Girl, thank you for 3 months. Not true. League is a spin-off in the TFT client. League of Legends is a spin-off in the TFT client. You know, one of these days, I think Mortdog was doing one of his vlogs, and he was talking about whether or not TFT would ever overtake League of Legends in popularity, and he said probably not. And I said, really? I could see a world. I could see a world where TFT overtakes League of Legends. With my $1 billion idea. I have a $1 billion idea.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Space more than that for 5 months. My $1 billion idea would make TFT instantly way more popular with a demographic that I don't even think TFT has really tapped yet. Pool party Ari Chibi. No, that's the $1 trillion idea. That's like the in case of emergency button. You know, you only press that button if you need one final cash injection before you shut down the servers. Yeah, that's the nuclear option. Okay, what do we they show like some kind of announcement here. Guys, it's actually not any of what you think, what you guys are saying. Although it's actually not unrelated to what you guys are saying either. I mean, do you guys want the idea? You want the idea? I think it's actually genius. This is what is this Golem Armory? Let me update that real quick. Oops. Sorry. How do I... I accidentally closed my thing. I didn't update it. Give me a sec here. All right, I'm just closing it and restarting it. Okay, I'm back. Oh no, I updated it. Okay. Game 3 of 5 Golem Armory. All right. When are you going to be in Austin? I'm going to be there tomorrow. I'm actually flying out to do some stuff for Vitality. I have to do some media stuff for them, and then I'll be back on Friday for the Cup. I'm technically going to fly back on Thursday, and then I'll be... I'm going to arrive like 10 p.m., so I can't stream. So I'm going to see if they can provide me any streaming. Actually, I should ask them right now. Out of curiosity, is there any way to stream in my free time? Or no? Okay, what do we get? What does this guy get? This guy got Flicker Blade. Oh, wait, he has a Rage Blade? He can go for anything he wants, really. He can also just hold on and not stay on Rage Blade. He can just go like Flicker plus Kraken or something like that. Do you want to meet up? If I have time, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm asking also if I have time to stream as well. Frodan, drop the workout plan. How do you stay smexy while being a parent? The workout plan? So the first thing that I try not to do is not try to... Oh, this guy's open selling. Raining Golem to full open. Whoa. Okay, we got some spicy stuff. The first thing that I try to do is just do something a little bit every day. So if I'm not... Like, I try to do, like, a little bit of walking, you know, anywhere between 5 to 10,000 steps. Sometimes you can't get to 10,000. That's fine. I do, like, a little bit of lifting. I also just try to, like, be really... I just try to be extra mindful that I'm not stress eating. I think that's, like, something that's really easy to get into because parenthood's, like, really stressful. So a lot of times you're just like, whatever. Like, I'm just going to, like, indulge myself. So I try to, like, stop, like, be mindful of that. And that's, like, the most important thing, really, because... everything else is going to be cooked. You're not going to get a lot of sleep. You're not going to have a lot of energy. You're not going to have quality workouts. Things like that. So, what's up? Oh, thank you. Thank you. W wife. You think Vayne reroll is playable? If you can get Flicker Blade, it's really good. I think you can also play... I mean, you can play it if you have... a good tempo spot for it. I wouldn't just like play it because I have one Vayne and a Rage Blade, personally. And if you have other reasons to play it, I can see it, but it's not that terrible. Also, I think she still wants... I remember I did a data dive on it at the beginning of the patch. I think she still wants double Rage Blade. I'll DM you. Sounds good. Your baby is your weight. Lift them up, squat with them. Yeah, it is. I actually work out with my baby. Not like a full-on workout, but it's like I hold them until my arm gets tired, and I switch, and I hold them until my arm gets tired. And then 15 minutes passes. You get some strength that way. It definitely takes muscles. Okay, what do we have here? Worth the weight cow. You trying to play worth the weight into Alistar? I mean, Alistar is not the best compared to some of the others. What do you think is the most underrated comp dispatch? Underrated comp. Maybe LeBlanc reroll. I think LeBlanc reroll is actually quite good. A lot of people don't really play it though. They think that LeBlanc is gated by Mana Zane. But LeBlanc is actually pretty good. Gorilla, I don't think it's like super underrated though. I think most people, if anything, I think it's like a little bit overplayed. But I understand why it's overplayed because they feel like they don't have they don't have like anything else they can play for like tempo and AD. Like if you don't have a good Rageblade AD start right now in the current patch, you have to be thinking about what are you going to be playing. Like what are your options? What are you going to play? And so if you're like, I don't have a good Zeri spot, I don't have a good Vanguard Marksman spot, I don't have a good Anima spot, you know, like I can't do any of these like 4-cost lines. What can I do? And the first thing that pops in people's mind if they're holding like Mundo pair and they have reasonable items is that they think about Gorilla because they're immediately thinking about saving placements. And so I think that's actually a fine instinct. I do think that people tend to overplay it though. Is the LeBlanc board stable on 2 stars? Not for that long, but it's more stable than people think. What do I play with Wandering Chainer, Bastion, and Slayer? Bastion, Slayer? You probably just... I mean, you could play Slayers. Nothing wrong with that. And you can also just play Exotech. I know that sounds like kind of lame, but you can just play Exotech because you have Bastion, so you just play 4 Bastion Exotech. Can you jam Vanguard fast 9 games for testing? Oh, I don't think I'll have time today to do that because we're watching the groups, and after the groups are done, I think I'm probably gonna end my stream. But I might jam. If I have time tomorrow, well, tomorrow I want to watch the other half of this group, right? I want to finish watching this tournament. This tournament theoretically are the best players on the patch because these are the people that climb Super Server. So they have this is literally a ladder-based tournament. This is the top 16 of people who started new accounts and grinded their way to top 16, and they do well. So theoretically, this is like the people who understand the patch the best on the Chinese server amongst all the top players. And so if they're playing comps, they're playing it for a reason because they think it's good. Because all these people, none of these people were invited. They all had to qualify through grinding. That's why I was saying. That's why I compared to BoxBox Bootcamp. It's like imagine if BoxBox took the top 16 and made them play a group tournament. Is there a reason analysts say China is the best when they never actually win worlds? Is there a reason? Well, yeah, because those analysts are wrong. Who says China is the best region in the world? Prismatics. Yeah, we got invested. Who are the analysts that say China is the best player in the world? I'm curious. I'm not saying that to call it out. I'm genuinely curious because I feel like I haven't heard that in a while. So. It's EUNE. They had a rank 1 player global. Oh man. EUNE catching heat. Dude, EUNE, the drama with that server is too funny, man. I wonder if it's still going. I wonder if that drama is still going. I would say that China in general has a very deep server. I would say that they're a powerhouse region. I would say that they're never bad. China is never really bad because they have too many like things that make them a strong region. They have a high player base count. They have a bunch of analysts. They have a bunch of like that. They're like a region that's always innovating on the meta. And now they've been studying stats for like a year or two. So like I don't think that China's ever like bad, but are they the best right now? I don't think they're the best. I don't think there's a reason to call them the best other than the fact that they regularly discover comps a little bit before us. I would say that each region has its strengths and weaknesses out of all the best regions. So like China's strength is their player base tends to be they tend to be ahead of the meta in terms of what the comps are. Like what are the comps that are performing well? They tend to like also be like a little bit more open on like they like I think NA is very narrow-minded and China's a little bit more open-minded, right? But like NA's strength is that we tend to unlock the real power of comps, and it almost feels like we optimize better. The funny thing about NA and China, I talk about this pretty often, but it feels like the identity swap from real life to TFT. IRL, China is known for copying what other people do and doing their own Chinese version and then scaling it for like 1 billion plus people and then like maybe even make it better or just like make it personalized. So China's like really used to doing that, like stealing and bootlegging and doing whatever, copying. And in some ways they make things better, but they also just do their own Chinese version of it, right? Because you can't operate inside China without like being a Chinese company. And in America, it's all about like they really supposed to push like innovation and quality and like, you know, we're the first to market type of stuff. That's completely backwards in TFT. None of that. NA is so lazy on the innovation front. It's actually bananas. They literally just say, I want to copy what China's doing and just do it better because they probably do it worse. That's actually what NA does. They like don't, but like they're good at it. They're very good at it. They actually are super good at taking tech and just like saying, wait a second, it's actually not this, it's that. And then they win. What would be LATAM strength? LATAM strength is their persistence, man, because they got every reason to quit, but they don't quit. They stick with it, man. Either that or they're too addicted, one or the other. I'm pretty sure LATAM has like every reason to like hate the way like I think the merge took a lot of their it took a lot of what they enjoyed about the scene away. Like I don't know if you guys know this, but this guy's by the way open selling and rolling on the right side. I don't know if you guys know this, but LATAM sub regionals are like more popular than like signing up for Tacticians Cup and Trials. Like they care a lot about those like local stuff, and like the merge kind of took that away from them. And that's also true for Brazil. Like yes, there's a lot of people signing up for Trials and Cups, but those are like less popular than the sub regionals. And the LATAM players, they do care, but like I think that they're sort of devoid of opportunity, and I think that the people that remain are the people that refuse to give up, and I think that actually is worth admiration. In my opinion. Where's the flicker blade guy? Miss Jax too. Dude, sponging in Exotech is actually really nasty. Oh man. You get so much item value. This has to be one of the best prismatics for the line, right? Sponging. And you know what's kind of crazy about sponging is that you can actually wait to place the third item with the Exotech, so that way you can get 3 items. Like you can get 3 items Sedge by never putting more than 1 item on her. So that way she gets an item from someone else and then you wait. It's real, and then you slam halfway through. It's so good. I guess the only downside of that is just APM intensive, so you have to make sure. NA chatters are probably better though. NA chatters? I mean, at what? Rage baiting? Control C, Control V? Okay, where are they better at? What's the preferred Exotech item for Zeri? I think Pulse Stabilizer, but I think that she's fine with Flux as well. I would say that TFT NA chatters are actually like some of the smartest dumb people, or no, dumb, smart. They're some of the smartest dumb people. I'm gonna go stick with the original that I think are like in gaming. they're actually like all very capable, smart individuals. Like a lot of them are like engineers or like highly educated, like high degree, high education STEM fields and stuff like that. Like a lot of them are, and they just choose to act like buffoons anyways. Like a lot of them actually are, believe it or not. I mean, some of them are super unemployed, but like there's a lot of them that are just like they're actually pretty capable because they're like the people who act like absolute apes in chat, but then they'll code a TFT simulator roll down website like the next day and like release it in their free time. Like what? they like do that and they're like, yeah, you know, I was feeling inspired, so I wanted to do like this mathematical probability on like whether or not rolling on 8 was correct versus going to 9, and they just do this like extravagant thing, and then they just like, but they're also just shit posting in chat. It's interesting. Bro, TFT rolldown simulator is not even hard. Well, then you do it. You do one that's good then. Ross 3. So this guy took Portable Forge and Gambud for a Forge. This is actually the first time we've seen someone not get punished by it. A lot of China has been taking Portable Forge and Forge 2 and just like saying, oh, I'll get the Graves. I'll get the Graves artifacts. And they get it. Or they get off like an orb drop. Like Prismatic Pipeline type stuff. Like a Prismatic Orb into an artifact. 5 Exotech Jin. This guy I feel like he's going to struggle a lot. DaBai. Shendu. This guy's crushing it. 16 points so far in 2 games. Vex 2. Is he actually going to play Vexotech? Or is he playing Dynamo? Why is he holding Vex? This guy's just griefing Vex for fun? This guy thinks he's playing 4v4? Oh no, he's actually pivoting. He's pivoting. Whoa. He played 4 Dynamo, pivot into the Divinicore Vex? Divinicore Bruiser Vex? Does this guy think the game is good? What is this? Is this guy a genius? He's going up against Nidalee 3 with Deathfire Grasp. He has Sata's Spellweaver, so Sata's Spellweaver is one of the good augments for Vex. Hey, Frodan, what was the EUNE drama? Oh, it's on YouTube if you want to see. I have a couple of videos there on YouTube if you want to check it out. Let's see. YouTube.com/Frodan2. This has basically become like my clips channel. So like if I did like I rated all the units. I talk about the EUNE drama. I drop like patch notes rundowns. I do like tubers. I did like, you know, an explanation about the Mordog situation. So like, yeah, just like fun stuff like that. This is like a highlights channel. Highlights/clips channel. I'm slowly but surely becoming one of those content creators. Just, you know, upload stream content. Making good YouTube content is hard. It's really hard. And making good YouTube content, now that I do TFT Academy, is even harder because it makes me feel like I can just like put more effort into the website. So I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon, but it's one of those things where like I might just one day just stop uploading to YouTube because it's good. YouTube's a good medium. It's just like a lot of work. Is it PG for the 8-year-old that watches? Yeah. It's not. I mean, there's a lot of swearing, so maybe not super PG. But if you can handle, you know, some of the foul language being used by the other by the people. I'm finally masters again, and on this stupid patch on a high roll feels kind of sad. Oh, it feels good. You know what the best? You know the best players in TFT. You know what makes them the best is that they can climb even on patches that they don't like or are bad for them or not their preferred patches. There's a lot of players on TFT. They can climb when the patch suits them. But the best players in TFT are the good ones are the ones who can climb on any patch. Or some like I can't climb on certain patches. I admit that. I know that. I can't climb on certain patches. It's just really hard for me. Narrow patches are especially hard for me to climb on because that's just not the way I like to play the game. If I have like a reasonable Vex setup like this guy, I would laugh at him because he's playing Vex, but also I would be the guy that tries to play Vex. and I go 7th. Like I know that, and that's a weakness of mine. But like a good TFT player can climb in any environment. And a lot of people like to blame patches and make excuses, but the reality is the good players find a way. This guy is 8th. I mean, he's 7th, but yeah, I didn't have faith in him. I mean, you heard it from myself. I'm like, does this guy think he can play Vex from here? Yeah. How do I break into Masters? If you're Diamond 1, you can get to Masters. You just need to... Well, first of all, if you climb from Diamond 4 to Diamond 1 back to Diamond 4 in 1 week, you might be playing too much. Maybe play fewer games, and if you start recognizing that you're losing, like analyze why you're losing. You might be queuing too much and thinking too little. TFT is a game played both in and out of game. Like, believe it or not, right now, you guys are actually improving and playing TFT just by watching the stream. Because you're like watching other players do things, getting ideas, like talking about concepts. And that's why watching streams is really powerful, because you can actually improve at TFT significantly without even queuing up a single time. Because a lot of talking about TFT is purely about just generating ideas, right? Like generating ideas, putting them in your head, discussing things back and forth. That's why, like, in the end, so many people love backseating, because that's actually a big part of TFT improvement is talking about ideas, good and bad. There's a lot of times when a lot of people feel like, why would you ask this question in a streamer's chat? It's like super obvious and a dumb question. But guess what? A lot of streamers and top players also ask seemingly dumb questions as well. When they're like, oh, it's just important. It's like the discovery process of finding the answer in TFT is more important than knowing the answer. A lot of players just want the answer, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some people, they have shit to do. You know, we're not out here just like being philosophical about TFT all day. But also, the pursuit of finding out the answer is also equally as important as in terms of improving as a player. This guy has Flicker Blade Zeri. It's just over. The Flicker Blade Zeri is so strong. It just wins all the mirrors because you just can't keep up with the scaling. This guy is triple scaling: Flicker Blade, Rage Blade, and Kraken. I just woke up. I'm down. What are you guys doing? You guys are VOD reviewing? Oh, Marcel's prepping for the cup with the group. Just don't do that in Discord chat. Yeah, it's not welcomed everywhere, but it's generally welcomed in my chat. Especially because a lot of people never turn things personal. I personally don't really mind a lot of discussion in TFT, as long as it's like not turning into like a, like name calling and stuff like that. How do you make the jump from GM to Challenger? The jump from GM to Challenger is there's two ways to do it. One is you basically, are you talking about to be like a GM average player to a Challenger average player? It's pretty much doing all the small things better across the board. It's making fewer mistakes, improving your core skills at TFT. But if you're like, there's also like another way you can do it, which is just like basically play the good comps and play them well. A lot of GM players play bad comps. I say that as a player that has actually ranged more in GM this set than Challenger. I play too many bad comps. Like, that's just the reality. I play bad comps and I pick bad lines. And that's sort of like semi-intentional, but like it's also not that intentional. Part of it is like, part of me is like, okay, I'm curious. I want to like learn how to play this. Like yesterday, or it was 2 days ago, I like tried to pick Y spending from a spot I didn't know how to play it, and I thought theoretically it'd be good. I went super wraith. I never hit Graves 3 with Y spending, and that's okay. It happens. I'm actually surprised this guy lost as much as he did with Flicker Blade. He must have been lost in some crack boards. But I mean, right now it's a Zeri fest. I think there's like there were like 3 Zeri players this lobby, and they all hit. Okay, this guy's going for Zach too. He took RNG Golem and got Syndicate, Lichbane, and Radiant Sunfire. Radiant Sunfire is actually not too bad. Not too bad, because this Neferi is not a very reliable source of anti-heal. Okay, he's doing the trick. He's doing the trick. So he's waiting for the round to start, so that way sponging value is guaranteed, right? So like he's gonna get this Warmogs. If he put this Lantern onto ZhuiMing beforehand, she wouldn't get the item, and they could equip it afterwards. That's the trick we're talking about. Loses to Flicker Blade as well. I'm one of those people that wants to climb without too much outside of game studying. I want to see how dare my brain will take me. Yeah, there you go as well. Like, it doesn't really matter. Honestly, if you can climb the Challenger without studying the game at all, that's pretty impressive. Because it's getting more and more competitive to do so. It's pretty hard to not study anything and just purely use intuition. Or you play AMP. But, you know, it's either that or you like open for an AMP every game. You can use the tank golem to ruin anti-Sejuani pot positioning and stun the corner carry. Oh, are you talking about the Indomitable one? I'm actually kind of amazed that this guy even went down to 6 HP with this. I feel like Flicker Blade's Exotech Zeri is just so cheap and unfair. He must have been like stuck on one side. I think what it was he didn't hit his board until a lot later. He hit his board last because the other Exotech players also had 2-star everything. And then we have Kog'Maw with a solid top 2. What do you think Master ZLP lacks the most? Asking for a friend. What does it lack the most? You probably lack fundamentals the most. You probably don't make enough gold. You make the wrong items. You misevaluate augments. You don't play strongest board. You don't scout enough. And if you do, you don't scout correctly. You don't scout with intention. You probably don't even have a game plan. You probably just queue up and just like, okay, I'll figure it out. You just like, you go into a game and be like, all right, well, I'm open to playing like AD. That's like literally, I can't tell you how many times I've coached players and I asked you, okay, so what's your game plan this bash? And that's literally the first question I ask every time in every coaching session before we do anything. And they say like, oh, I play like AD. And I'm like, okay. Their game plan is like, oh yeah, like I slam Shojin and I play AP. And I'm like, all right. That's at least that's something, I guess. But it's not really a game plan. And then there's people who have simplified game plans, but it's actually way more complex than it. So, for example, I don't mind showing this because he revealed it on stream. I posted this in the sub chat yesterday. This game feels functionally over. I'm sorry I'm so dismissive. I'm not watching it, but it feels like Well, maybe Kog'Maw can beat the Zeri player, but actually, can he? Wait, frontline's cracking. Oh, wait, what happened? Wait a second. Nope, learning moment for me. Is it the positioning? He didn't have the Sejuani on the Kog'Maw side? Oh, he did. Oh, Sejuani didn't ult the Cog. Oh. Oh, he threw. Okay. All right, well, that's it. Too much frontline? No, I think he didn't position into the enemy. So 50-50. Well, if you position one over, it's not 50-50. Okay, this is an example of a game plan. It's a very simple game plan, but it's a game plan nonetheless. So Marcel on stream the other day had something like this, right? Which is here's a plan. It's not a very elaborate plan, but it's a plan nonetheless. So he says in his plan, he's gonna scout. First of all, step one, I'm gonna scout my Exotech. If I have no hollow bow and I am not three-way contestant on Exotech, I'm going to primary go for Exotech. If I get something like an Elise Orb, or I have Morgana 2 and I have an AP item slam, I'm willing to play Tempo Dynamo. If I have Graves and I have anything remotely close to a Stairs Gauge, I'm going to go for Graves. If I have Bows and Cogs and Vi, specifically Vi, not Silas, I'm going to think about Kog'Maw reroll or Vanguard Marksman, decide based on logman augments. If I have a lot of items and I have Mundos and I have Seraphine, I'm going to try to go for the Gorilla, right? The Mundo reroll. If I have a weak opener and I have AP items, I'm going to think about ways I can get into Amp. This is a game plan, and a lot of people lack that. And that is one of the really key elements that I'm talking about. A lot of you guys don't have game plans. They go in saying like, oh, I like playing Anima and Amp if I have the spots. So yeah. All right, let me screenshot this. Sorry. Let me screenshot this, post this in my Discord. We'll go into the next game here momentarily. Game 3. So that was game 3. Okay. Ooh, it's actually pretty close. 18-18, 18-17, 16. Okay. And remember, these players are playing for regional spots, so it's like kind of important. These are the people who did the best in Super Server and people who did regional spots. It sounds more like conditions for certain comps rather than a game plan. It sounds like a game plan rather than a game plan, but I see the vision. That's what you just said. It absolutely is a game plan. I don't know how else to really communicate that. It's a game plan. You have a strategy. You're not equally open to different things. Like yeah. All right, let me get ready for the next game. Oh, they have a different cast. They have Hong Lian. This guy is also a popular player / streamer. So he's growing a little bit of some facial hair. All right, proud of you, dude. Way to rep the Asian facial hair. I like it. Golem Armory. Again. Is it better to have a comp in mind before the game starts? I usually wait until 2-1 to decide what I'm playing based on the items and units I have so far. Depends on what level that you're at and what your goals are, but I would say that generally speaking, yes, you should not like one specific comp. You can like what I just showed you is a very simplistic way to play the patch. And also, I think that him developing a game plan like that is ultimately a little too one-dimensional. I think that that's actually not a great game plan. If that is the best way to play the meta, that means the patch sucks. If that's what it is, just to put it for reference. Theoretically, in good patches, you can create multiple game plans that come from different angles like that. But hit like, you know, but yes, it is good to go into mind like these are the comps that I want to play. These are comps I think are stronger that like don't require conditions to get into, and then here are a bunch of other things that I'll also consider. But you're not gonna go in thinking like I'm gonna play amp every game. I mean, you know what? That's the thing about some of these like players who like literally go in and one trick amp. They at least have a game plan, and I think what makes set a lot of other people off is that game plan sounds so simplistic, and it's beating you, a player that has no game plan, and that only adds to the frustration. You're losing to the person who has a one-liner sentence game plan. Titanic Titan and over encumbered. I have a game plan, but I can't write it like that. It's like I instinctively adjust what I like or got. That's fair. And game plans should be much more dynamic in a game like TFT than other games. But I do have to stress the importance that a lot of people don't plan what they want to do. And you'd be amazed how much you improve, your results improve just by having a plan. Button mash Poppy, okay. Okay, and he has Pandora. Okay, Pandora's with button mash Poppy, not bad. I'm gonna open up my door real quick. How long until TFT LLM gets rank 1? We're probably pretty far off from it. I think TFT is like one of the hardest games for AI to solve, period. From like a decision-making only perspective. I think that it's much more likely that chess gets solved before it. I mean, chess already is the best. It beats all humans, right? So it's already at that point. I don't know about like other games. I haven't like analyzed if like there's like if AI is like better than any human at Go, for example. Chess is solved? I don't think the mid game of chess is solved. But like openers and end games are, I believe. All right, button mash Poppy. So you play like 4 Cyber Boss. Are you playing like the Bastion version of it, or are you just playing 4 Cyber Boss plus like techies? 4 Cyber Boss, techies. Maybe play around Ziggs a little bit. I saw a cat. Whenever I open my door, my cat comes in and just watches some birds outside. Okay. So a lot of pretty basic openers right now. We got, well, I think we only have 1 Cypher player. Like in the previous games, we've been seeing 2 to 3 Cypher players. Like people that just play even just for like 90 and just play for some mid-game resources. Healing Ores plus Blistering Strikes. Okay. It beat chess. It beat the world champion Go. It wins every StarCraft match. TFT is easy. No brainer for AI. Holy shit, man. You must really not understand TFT at a core level then. TFT has, like, I don't even know the English word to summarize how many variables that you have to calculate to play optimal TFT. Do you know why TFT is perceived to be easy? It's because it's too hard to play correct. You have to play it like an idiot. You have to play it like a monkey. Wait, this guy has Nico and Brand already. What the heck? Like, the reason why TFT is perceived to be easy is because like, in order to get any semblance of consistency, humans have to play it in the most baseline gorilla-like way. You call Kog'Maw with one Kog'Maw and a bow, and you def him, right? That's not how the TFT would play at all. That's actually extremely suboptimal. But the only way that you can get baseline consistency to make good set of decisions in a reasonable amount of time frame, because part of it is that you just get no time in TFT, is that we have to play it simplistically in order to get any baseline results. Put another way, I think like I feel like there's a near infinite skill ceiling in TFT, but like right now we just are terrible. That is why do you think so many good TFT players talk down with so much ego? It's not just because of the usual ego that develops from the game. It's because a lot of top players realize how truly bad we are at TFT, right? Why, like there's it's like almost like fascinating to like dive into the top TFT players' mindset of like why they are so arrogant and ego driven and condescending and blah 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 about like people who are X, right? If you're below 1200 LP, you're not even a real person, right? Milk has said that on record before. He's like, how can you actually be a functional human being if you're like below 1200 LP? Blah, blah, blah. It's because the people who have touched the surface of like how deep the game truly can be is like everyone is so terrible at the game. Like it's actually unbelievable how bad some players are, and yet able to perform at a high level, right? That's where they're coming from. They're not, and it's almost like they're saying that because they respect TFT that much, not that they're shitting on the game. So that's kind of like the delineation that I'm trying to draw here. So yeah, like if you choose to play TFT like an utter moron, then yes, and you just like one trick something to Masters or Diamond or Challenger or whatever, then yeah, the game is easy. But if you want to play the game properly, like the way TFT AI should be, put another way, it would have already been done, and they can't. This is how I feel listening to chatters talk about chess. Oh, yeah. I mean, you have people in chess who think that chess is solved. And I don't think chess is solved at all. But, I mean, the mid-game is, like, very much an evolving forefront, right, still. But as far as I know, like, certain late games and openers are solved. That's the only thing. But that's like saying stage 1 and stage 7-2 is solved in TFT. It's like, well, I have to play stage 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 6. I think that's like, at least that's how I've come to understand it. And then the crazy thing is, let's say you theoretically get AI to a point where it has even a decent grasp on it, then they patch the game. Like by the time the AI can even get to that point, they patch the game, and let's say it theoretically can start to keep up with patches, then they redo the entire set. It's just really hard. It's really, really hard. Chess is solved by any combinations of 7 pieces or less. Yeah, but that's not all the total. You can't just say it's 7 pieces or less. Chess is solved. That's there's one aspect of chess that has been solved. We'll never solve stage 1. I mean, stage 1 in TFT, by the way, stage 1 in TFT is one of the hardest aspects of TFT at the highest level. It's one of the hardest. Stage 1 followed by stage 2. Let me work backwards. The easiest part of TFT is the end game stage, because everyone has stats for it. Everyone understands like what are general win conditions, right? If you give everyone 500 gold and 50 components, they should be able to figure out what the stage 6 and 7 board is. Like that is the easiest part of TFT. People tend to believe late game's like the hardest part of TFT. That's the easiest part. The hardest part about TFT at the highest level tends to be the very beginning, because those end up having cascading decisions on how everything else plays out. And you have to think the furthest out on stage 1. Sometimes stage 1 plays itself, right? If you have if you get dropped gold, and you hold everything. I mean, even then that's debatable, but Stage 1 is very, very hard, and stage 2 is also hard. And then stage 3 is less hard, but in general, I would say that stage 4 is harder than stage 3 right now, because a lot of mid game in TFT is sort of set in stone based on how you play stage 1, stage 2, and what your stage 4 looks like. Yeah, that's just my opinion, though. This is just my opinion. I might be someone that you disagree with, and you'd be like, Frodan's a clown. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I work for AI, and this guy knows nothing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe TFT is super solvable, but this is my take. Okay, so we have the Poppy hero augment. Take Chalice. Is Chalice really good in Poppy? I guess it helps it cast a little bit faster. Is Gamber's Blade good on Zeri? It's like, I think Gamber's Blade is mediocre on everybody. There's like no one that considers Gamber's Blade like Biss, but it's like fine, because Gamber's Blade's role isn't to be like the end game. It's to be a resource generator that gives him stats. It's supposed to give you some items, so it's like okay, but nowhere near Biss. I'd probably say that like the longer you have your primary carry holder Gamber's Blade, the more likely you're losing. Gamber's Blade should never be your on your primary carry by the end of the stage of the game. But you can totally use it as like a mana / econ / like item for someone else on the late game, like your duo carry. Let's say you're playing Dynamo. If you have Gambler's Blade on like an Aurora 1, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Ideally, in the ideal scenario, you have Reforgers, so you can play Gambler's Blade early, rack a bunch of resources, reforge that into something useful, but you can't always have reforgers, and you can't always guarantee that. But you might see a strategy in high elo where people take all that Shimmers, Gamber's Blade, or Moguls, and then reforge it later on to try to see if they can play around it. Okay, this guy's playing Rapid Fire. Wasn't it good on TF? Yeah, but it was never Biss. As in, like, would you rather have Gamber's Blade, or would you rather have, like, Archangels? And I think I'd rather have Archangels. The question isn't, like, is it good or bad? It's more like, I'm talking about, like, the setup for it. You'd rather just have, like, a real item. Because Gamber's Blade, I would say half the power of the item is just in the resource generation you get, the gold chance. But that's not relevant, like, stage 5 onwards when you already have, like, your board. Let's say you hit 3-star TF, and you hit 3-star Braum, and like you have your board, and the Gamber's Blade doesn't really do anything there anymore for you. You already hit your board, so you'd rather just go for like a real item. Did he get the Techie cash out? No, he got the 2 Mundo, 2 Alistar Pan cash out, which is actually not bad for the rapid fire setup if that's what he's going for. Is K3 playing? He's playing this Friday. So I'm watching China today. I'm gonna see if I can stream tomorrow. I might not though, because my plane's at 12 p.m. So I might not be able to stream. I want to watch the losers bracket. There's a losers bracket of this for tomorrow, but I don't know if I can watch it. And then I'll be back on Friday. I have to go film something for Team Vitality in Texas for their CS major. Counter-Strike. I heard the major has been awesome. I haven't been following it super duper closely. I've been looking at some random results here and there, but I've heard the major has been great. When is Setsuko playing? He's playing in a couple of weeks. He unfortunately will not be playing this weekend. He's on vacation. What is this emote? Bump. hours. What is the context of this emote? Did you redeem a channel point for this? Frodan's going to see it. Yeah, if you guys are at the CS major, I don't know many people from CS, so please stop by and say hi so I have something to do. If you see me there. Is that Bis Poppy? 2 Hodge and JG? Yeah. Double Hodge JG is Bis for Poppy. Because she cares about just like bursting. You just want to like punch through the front line. Okay, Z2, that's pretty big. Overheal. What's the point of subbing to ZhuiZhiZhu if he rarely streams? That's a great question. First time chatter. I count so I can breathe. You guys should sub to someone who actually does stream. Like twitch.tv/tlides. That guy streams all the time. I'll throw a paper airplane at you as a casual greeting. Okay, just not at my eyes, though. I need those. Paper airplanes. These things are sharp, man. Yeah, this is Vanguard Marksman. I mean, he like Frodan says that, but he's about to actually like leave for 2 days. I'm not gonna stream for a couple days, and then I'll see if I can stream in Austin though. I asked the Vitality folks. They didn't respond. This guy got Vi 3, Kog'Maw, Kindred,
Man,
cloning
I'm
facility.
getting more dogged again.
Kog'Maw is too good. I actually do think that it's cool that Kog'Maw is now a comp, but I do think that comp's too strong. Oh, Kung Fu Panda, thanks for the prime. Okay, RNG Golem. Actually, I think he takes backline Golem, but I want him to take RNG Golem. Yeah, okay, all right. Boring. Yeah, okay. How about... This guy takes... this guy's bad. Come on, everyone's so bedge. Where's the RNG Golems? I think RNG Golem's not even a bad thing to take. I actually think it's quite a good choice. Not even just like for the meme potential, because I think that if it gets like one good outcome on any of the things, good emblem, good artifact, good rating item, it's already kind of worth. It pretty much gets you most of the way there of like what you would want in the other golems. This guy has 4 Cyberboss, 4 Bastion. And my Ziggs, Shojin, Galio, 3. That's really big. He has anti-heal and he has Sunder already. That's kind of awkward then with these items. Pretty bad components. He has 2 defensive items. Vanguard plus Deathblade and Prowler's Claw. Wait a second. I want to see the... Oh! I want to see this Golem jump to the back. Oh! I mean, he did kind of a lot. He did kind of a lot. I mean, if you lose, that's definitely knocks the Golem. Yeah, Golem diff. This Poppy guy 1 out? I don't know about that, man. He just lost an RG Golem. Riot tried to release a non-problematic Kog'Maw version in TFT challenge in parentheses impossible. Yes, because Kog'Maw is the problem. It's definitely not 6 Vanguards. We don't... Kog'Maw has been an absolute terror this set, you guys. Kog'Maw has been so problematic this set. Remember that Kog'Maw meta earlier this set? When you would just play Kog'Maw and win the game? What are all the versions of Kog'Maw? So there's been, I mean, Kog'Maw has always been 1 to 3 cost. I don't even know if Kog'Maw has ever had any version besides 1 to 3 cost. The 3-cost version was set 6. He's been a 1-cost in a lot of versions. He was 1-cost in this set. He's been a 2-cost many times. Set 12 he was a 2-cost. Set 11 he was a 1-cost. Set 13 he was an automaton. He's a 3-cost. Set 2 is a 1-cost. So he's just been generally like 1 to 3 costs every single set. I think Predator Kog'Maw was pretty oppressive, but pretty fun. Predator Kog'Maw was set 2 Kog'Maw, and it was very... Oh my god, what is this artifact? Artifact with emblems. If you're playing like the Exotech, oh my goodness. I feel like almost all the games today have had something crazy, like Prismatic Orbs, Artifact on Carousel. Like eggs drop out and eggs drop like radiant items. It's just been crazy. Kog'Maw player went 8th. Impossible challenge. Kog'Maw went 8th, you guys. Uh-oh. When is Riot gonna get their act together? Have you had any exposure to set 15? I saw some preview art that someone said the set 15 preview on Twitter, and I couldn't tell if that was real. But next set is anime themed, so I'm pretty sure Riot's about to make big bank. So I'm pretty sure you guys are all weebs. And perhaps even more importantly, you guys are horny weebs. And like that's like Riot's prime demographic. You're goddamn right. I mean, all I'm saying is, if Riot wanted to like truly turn into a gacha company, they totally could. They could just literally make like what's the #1 guy? Honkai Star Rail. I actually found out in Honkai Star Rail they finally put for the first time the option to skip dialogue, and I didn't even realize that wasn't in the game because I don't play the game. And everyone's like, yes, finally I get to skip dialogue, have my battles play out for me so I can get back to the important part of the game, opening up waifus. 10 out of 10 stories, cinema. Yeah. That's just like, they don't want to read, they don't want to read the dialogue, they don't want to watch the cutscenes, they don't want to play the battles, they just want to just open up the waifus. It's just funny, man. Oh, this guy got Flicker Blade on his area. Not yet. The skip button is about a month. Oh, okay, I see. My bad. Anyways, it's coming soon to an auto battler near you. Okay, don't you think they should offer a skip button for some cutscenes just in case? I mean, the cutscenes are fun, but if you need to like get back to doing something, sometimes it's like nice to have that. Just to get back to the game. So I need to like sometimes buy something from the shop. Cutscenes are pay to lose in that way. Okay, Amp Samira, Strategist Emblem. He got Trickster's Glass on Yumi. Nothing that crazy. I think the Zeri board wins out. The Zeri board hit Flicker Blade. I think that these like artifact on carousel and late game moments have been so swingy. Like that Graves player that opened up Trenchcoat and then hit 3 3-stars and then hit like 4 items to itemize all his 3 stars. It was just unbelievable. Most dialogue is long-winded and boring as sin. Fair enough. Listen, man, I'm not an expert enough to know what's going on in the Honkai Star Rail universe. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even realize there was plot just based off the way people talk about the game. They don't even mention. I didn't even realize that there was actually things happening in that game. Zonia's. Oh. Now, quite unfortunately, I think that he just doesn't have enough firepower to keep up with the Zeri.
但还行，概率能给改建伏牛吧？这不，伏牛侠没问题。但我们看到这个，其实阿文的经济是足以让他再上人口。嗯，是。
I'm gonna standing desk mode. Standing mode. Get up and stretch. Okay, so we have Flicker Blade, Zeri, not Trenchcoat. We have Treasure Chest Zac. Very good combo. Going up against Vanguard, Marksman, Xia. 6'2", 6'2". Ah, it just looked like it went better this time. The mods, the Garen mods, better TG items as well. At least he was ballsy and took the RNG Golem. I think the RNG Golem is pretty good. I think that a lot of people have the perception that the RNG Golem is just straight up bad and trolling, but I'm pretty sure that in a lot of scenarios it could actually be considered quite good. Obviously, there's variance to it, so you can't just be like it's always good. But a lot of times it can be quite good. Hi, Frodan. Hope you're having a great day. Same to you, Haku. The real gacha game with story is Battle Cats. Battle Cats? I mean, is that what it sounds like? It's just a cat. It's a cat battle game. I mean, I'm in. I went to the board game store, and I saw a board game where it's just space exploration with cats. I forgot what it's called, but like basically you're an army of space cadets that are cats, and then you just go and explore space. And I wanted to buy the game. It just looked kind of fun. I don't know. It's just silly. There's also a board game that I saw that's perfect for TFT players. Do you guys need Christmas ideas in June? There's a board game called Ready, Set, Bet. It's a board game where you literally bet on real-time horse racing on an app. You literally open up an app and you just watch the horse race, and it's just a board game where you just bet and wager on the horses. I saw this also in the board game store, and I wanted to give it to Soju for Christmas. It actually looked kind of fun. Maybe I'm degen, but this is literally the setup. You just literally do this. You just open up and you bet in real time. It's just a board game. Yeah, you just watch the horses move across the line, and you just bet. Anyways, that's probably a good board game to give. Yay, board gambling. I mean, I'm just trying to give you guys ideas, man. You have a TFT boyfriend and girlfriend? You're welcome. Have we done today's connections? We haven't done today's connections. We can. I mean, what game are we in? We're in game 3. We're game 4, so there's only one more game after this. We can do that after this game. I'm not gonna stream like too long today. We can do some after game 5. I really recently played a board game called Pandemic. Yes, Pandemic's really fun. It's like a cooperative, like, I mean, it's actually really, it was really poignant during COVID to play Pandemic when you're just locked in a room and you have to play Pandemic. Wow, he actually just won out. I guess the Garen mod really changed things. Did he? Getting the Garen mods and then getting the 2-star Garen. Wow, I kind of thought that the Flicker Blades area was gonna take over. 6-2 definitely looks really good once you get everything online. I think the Garen is the important part of the cap. Getting the Garen to cap your board is so good. Golden Ox mod on Xia. Really, really nice. His Gox is so high. Yeah, his Gox got to 52. Jeez. And he probably got Vanguard on the Garen as well. Or Golden Ox. Okay. All right, so this is our last game coming up. Wait, I think I have to rewind. Wait, there's no post game. I just want to get the screenshot so I can put it in the Discord. I don't think they showed it. All right, last game coming up. Is the blue hair all natural? Yep. All natural. You got me. I guess they don't have the post game for this game. Sag. All right. Not a big deal though. Okay, here we go. This is egg armory for game 5. Oh, Draven and Galio. Okay, so points wise, this is the last game for all these guys to get a chance to advance, and there's gonna be a lot of players playing for first. This guy might be one of them. Let me grab my water real quick. BRB. All right. Have you played the Bazaar? I have. I was part of the alpha testing. I haven't played it much recently. I read that Northern Lion recently quit the game. I believe the words were, you only get one chance at a 10th impression, and he quit the game. We have gold augments here. Okay, so let's see what these guys are taking. Some of these people have to take on a little bit more risk than usual. What's a Cypher player doing, right? Like, for example, he took Rapid Fire +1 playing Cypher. Wow, he has 4 Cypher at 2-1 with a Rapid Fire emblem. That's crazy. A Northern Lion watcher. Me? Oh, yeah, I mean, I enjoy him. I think Northern Lion's pretty fun. I would say that I, like, wish that I could, like, yap as much with Northern Lion, but it's difficult because TFT is such a dense game that you lose too much of the play. Like, if you yap the way you yap with Northern Lion in TFT, you cannot be a good player. It's just not possible. I mean, he doesn't even really yap. It's more like banter. If you, like, try to, like, interact the way he does. People, like, get on his case about him not being, like, locked in and playing the game in the optimal way, but it's all part of the shtick, you know? It's all part of the shtick. Who is Mr. Lion? Northern Lion. He's a streamer. He's a streamer. But I do have to say one thing. This might change your opinion of him a little bit. I need to sit down for this part. There's actually something about Northern Lion that I think everyone should really know that I don't think is actually... I'm not sure if people really know this about him. It's that he's bald. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't really want to ruin his image in front of you guys, but he's bald. Yes. I just felt like the need to share that because I feel like we should be upfront about our content choices. I do watch a bald streamer. Isn't he a bad guy? No. Northern Lion's not a bad guy, but he's bald. I mean, I did it. So maybe I was saying you're saying the same thing twice. No. 2 rapid fire players, by the way. People need to play for first. You're telling this Discord mod of his for the first time. Oh, you're a Discord mod for Northern Lion. That must be fun. I always enjoy the first timers who realize this.
看这边要精致输掉了吗？
But listen, it's like Santa isn't real. We need to have a come to Jesus talk.
3连胜，
It was bound to happen sooner or later, an intervention.
2买2连败。
So lucky and bald.
3费卡里面带攻带全套都是
Slab.
顺白把攻拿下，那这样的话，
Okay, we have two people who are opening, but one person's playing
手家里啊，
Clear Mind. Another guy, I think he's just playing Rapid Fire for tempo because he leveled to 4 to play 4 Cypher
这个
on
23
2-1.
登顶的话，我觉得不要
Oh, wait, he actually took out the Jacks?
这个高也是
Or he took out the Vi and played the Jacks?
但是
No, I might have him confused with someone else. Wait, there's multiple Rapid Fire. Wait, everyone has like Cooking Pot. Wait, what's going on? There's like Cooking Pot and 2 Rapid Fires. Is everyone just playing for Rapid Fire this game? I don't think so. This guy has to play something else. He just has to play something else. There's no way you can see 2 Rapid Fire emblems and you're playing Cooking Pot and you're opening into Cypher and you say, yeah, I'm Rapid Fire as well.
只是大家都没有三星得来
Does he have a sinister laugh as well? Northern Lion? I wouldn't say so. It would just about the average
再去玩一个
rate of what you would expect of someone
白日梦里面会很
with that hairline.
始终会降低胜率嘛，越多人玩。
At this point, what does T-Lides prefer? Greg, T-Lides, Gregnan, or Thai ladies?
但是阿文也属于是发表员发到脸上，只要有锅就算了。
What about Greg's?
然后一下聊底下来两张，
You know, it might be one of those things where he's kind of like a super spy and he just goes by multiple aliases at this point, and he might have his own identity confused himself.
但这边是连胜值哦，基本上不强，只是一直没遇到强。对，遇到里面有位这家，
Okay, we have another Cypher player. He's actually win streaking, by the way. Do you see this? 4-win rapid fire? Because the lobby is so open, he's actually win streaking with Cypher.
这个虚空杖之后，输出也不缺了。
And then once he starts losing, he can just be like, yeah, whatever, I'm starting to lose. It's all good.
那文灿感觉完全是可以考虑。
Everyone just call him Tyler. He'll be tilted AF.
在第二个里面拿一个像前瞻这种，
Wait, doesn't like being called by his real name?
这路上也管不了那么多。
We're just making up real names now? Why don't you just call him by his real name instead of calling him by some made up name like Tyler or something? Just call him just call him his real name. He's probably pissed because you're not actually saying his real name. You're just making up stuff now.
但是有时候其实第二个不来金卡格斯也没抢不了，是吧？可能要8级大家一起抢得力，就还是要4个2的头起的。对对，抢得力，然后拼运气，看看能不能说语。这个
Okay, so what's this cooking pot player going to play? That's what I want to know. What do you play when you have 2 rapid fire crest players at 2-1? One of them has Cypher. And you recognize that rapid fire is at least 2-way contested. Heaven forbid someone else in the lobby is trying to play just a regular Exotech game.
阿文这边锅也
Why do I get the feeling that this guy's also playing rapid fire +1?
大白的蒙牛启动，但抽的这个数量
When's the next set? Soon. Soon. Very soon.
勉强，我感觉他玩这个太勉强了呀，大白。只要你12分去玩一个猛，
Probably in like a few weeks. Not long after.
就是要走的呀。
It's like basically Independence Day in America.
还确实不够多。
And then you get to watch Independence Day 2.
基本上都2了。
Not the terrible sequel to the movie, but I'm talking about the week after where NA wins Worlds again
一搜就回不了头了。当然第一下你们就
for God knows how many times by now. I think we're starting to lose track. We lose Worlds again. Somehow Disso claims his third championship in a year and a half.
有位可以刷，
And then you get to
不会出前瞻。
watch the beginning, the prequel of Independence Day 3, which is Set 15 PB, which launches the week after. It's actually pretty close.
数字还可以。只要你
Are you co-streaming Worlds with Mort? Nah, Mort is on cooldown.
这个很
He's on cooldown. Gonna try to not ask too much out of him.
之外，前瞻思维。
He's doing this thing called, drawing boundaries and work-life balance, whatever that means.
段罗，硕刃，
Okay, he goes Flicker Blade. So this is the Portable Forge into Flicker Blade. You can do some like Marksman Vanguard.
你看，那毕竟是大连败过来，他的前瞻就是直赌，
Is Greg joining again?
难度很高。
Well, I locked in my guests before trials
他这个
started
的空间也有
because I kind of need to like figure that out. So I'll announce it this weekend at the Cup. Why is set 16 being hyped so much?
它可能就是250、290。
Why? Well, I mean, I think first of all, set 16 is being hyped so much because I think Riot puts the most effort into set 3 at the end of the year, because that set is the open set, and also because I think that's just where most of their effort goes to for marketing purposes and whatnot, for like a lot of other reasons. And I have it on reasonable authority that set 16 might just be the peak of video gaming. You might never play a game as good as set 16 TFT ever again. I mean, I don't want to overhype things or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's literally peak. Did Greg make it yesterday? He did not. Sadly, Greg is no longer with us. Our Tacticians Cup journey must continue without him. We must persist. Don't they say that about every set? No, they definitely don't say that about every set. So set 15 is trash. That's not what I said at all, man. You know what? I'm shutting down the press conference. No more questions. No more questions. Way to ruin it for everyone. This guy has another cipher. Spirit Link. Are you liking 616? I never played 616. I have no idea, man. I'm just literally saying, I'm not even paraphrasing. 616 might just be the greatest invention in humanity's history. Like, you think about discovering fire, you think about the wheel. Any other crazy inventions? The internet, right? Smartphones, these are like important inflections in the development of society. I think set 16 was promised to be somewhere around there, if not greater. Okay, Flicker Blade. Flicker Blade with a bow. Greater than AI? I mean, much greater than AI. At least where AI currently is. Rageblade Guardbreaker. We have Sunfire, Stairs Gauge, and Equinox. Or sorry, Even Drum. So this guy is the Vanguard Marksman player as well. So we have two rapid fire players. A Cypher player that's still open with the pot, hasn't committed yet. We have a Guerrilla player. We have a Vanguard Marksman player. We have... No, he committed. We have 3 rapid fire players. Okay. Dude, game 5s, these guys are just going all in. 3 rapid fire players. Holy cow. Wait. If these guys didn't feel like they were in a lottery before, they certainly do now. Which one is going to be the fighting tournament? The tournament themed one? The set 15 is the next set. That's the one that's like the fighting tournament themed one. That's not set 16. Set 16 is the one after. Here comes the egg. Okay, level 8 roll. He has first looks. This guy has to wait at level 7. Okay, no Zeries. Yeah, okay, so that's the first rapid fire play. He rolled Galio 2, 1 Sejuani, no Renekton, Zeri. This guy went to 8. Zeri, Flicker Blade, Sejuani 2. I think there are unironically 5 Zeri players in this lobby. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think there are 5 Zeri players in this lobby, man. He's griefing the ciphers. I mean, I guess that's smart. Ryan doesn't seem that hyped for set 15. Oh, I'm pretty hyped for set 14 to be over. I'm excited, man. Set 15 means set 14 is done. And honestly, set 14 is not even really that bad. It's more like I'm ready for something new. I actually think set 14 ended up being better than I originally was going to conclude. I was actually ready to just like say like set 15 was pretty poor overall, but set 14's okay. It landed in an okay spot. I would say that in the end, it wasn't that bad of a set. Not that good of a set, but not that bad. Mid is where I put it. I put it in the middle. It doesn't give me much hope for set 15 that you're excited for 14 and for 16, but not 15. Buddy, you are reading way too much into things, man. You're very... Oh, he had renekted. So, for reference, I also was like thinking that set 10 was going to be the best set ever. And for some people, set 10 was the best set ever. But I didn't realize that set 9 also had some stuff cooking in the lab. Set 9 was pretty good, wasn't it? Like, yes, there was a bunch of stupid stuff with legends. But set 9 gave us like the portals and like everything like that. And set 9 was actually pretty good. So like, as much as I'm hyping up set 16, it could be that set 15 is even better. Set 9 was the worst that I ever played. Yes. Okay, 9 point. I'm not talking about 9.5. 9.5. 9.5 is pretty terrible. It's the worst set in modern TFT history. But 9.0 was not bad. 9.0 was pretty good. For all of its faults, it wasn't even like 9 was particular, like didn't have like really good balance moments, but 9 was super fun. But 9.5 was not so great. And set 12 was also pretty poor, unfortunately. I think set 12's like concept was good, but the execution was bad. Okay, this guy's Gorilla, 66 HP. He did what he wanted to do, which was get to the 3-star board and try to get to the try to stabilize and bleed out. He's just playing for top 4. His hope is that all these Zeri players just cannibalize each other. This guy's playing 5 Exotech, Kabuko 2, Zac 2. Whoa. Where do you get all these dupes from? He's also holding the dupes from Mordekaiser. Just use your Garen mod, man. Why is he not using his Garen mods? He's doing the rage bait technique. Having a Garen mod and then not using it, and then taking Garen off the board. What up, Zane? Set 14 is mostly pretty good bouncing, hampered by an unfortunately kind of boring substance. Yeah. That's pretty good. I think that's a pretty accurate summation of it. I think set 14 has fun elements in it, because in the end, it's TFT, and TFT is pretty fun. But I'm ready for set 15. And don't just keep interpreting it in the worst way possible. Oh, Zed ended up getting to the backline and chopped up all of our marksmen. Zed's really good at assassinating backline like that. That's really tricky. I'm talking about unconscious. Oh, yeah. Set 12's mechanic was so good. Charms? I love Charms. I'm actually kind of down for Charms to come back again in some capacity, but the thing is, it can't just be Charms, because I think people get bored with just Charms. I kind of get why Riot wants to use set names instead of numbers. Oh, yeah, I think that eventually we're going to stop using set numbers, but I think they're not going to call it by its name. They're going to call it by the mechanic. Like, people don't say set... They won't say set 6. They'll say set the set 6 augments or something like that. The augment set. They'll say the charm set, the hack set, the headliner set, or the music set. I mean, they might say something like that, but they're not. They're probably gonna stop using numbers soon. If you say like set 30, 36, you're just like, what? The 6-cost set. Is that what it is? I was gonna call it the arcane set. The second arcane set. What's up? Going to Costco. You guys need anything from Costco?
Pat, do you need anything?
TFT is not getting to set 36. I want to make you any amount of monetary wager. They say chips, butter, frozen blueberries, 18 hot dogs, 2 rotisseries. Put it in the Joe Grocery channel. Oh, this guy got another pan or another spat. But spat can't really turn into anything. I mean, I really just don't like the cooking pot into hard force. The rapid fire when you know that 2 other people are playing rapid fire. Even if you have Cypher, it just feels too optimistic. It feels too optimistic. His board is not good enough to win out. He might not go 8th though. He's fighting. He's on 1 life. He's fighting for placements. He might not go 8th. Oh, he's not 8th. Okay. Okay. He's at 23 points. He's actually the point leader. He's the point leader. So if he goes like 7th, he might get jumped by a bunch of people. But if he goes top 4, he might lock it in. It might be 4thable. I sincerely hope TFT will be around in 40 years. 40 years? Okay, I don't know if TFT will be around in 40 years. Maybe put in another way. I think a better version of TFT can come out in 40 years. And it might even just be TFT itself. It might be TFT 3 or something. But I don't know if TFT as it I'll just say it. If I have to log on to the League client in 40 years from now, I think I'm out. I don't know if I can handle 40 years of this nonsense. If Ryaz insists on staying on this client for another 40 years, I'm out. Surely there's another way. Surely there's another way, and this is garbage. But if another better auto battler comes out, I mean, we can all move together. We can all retire in the same community. Soju moved to Florida, so maybe we all move to Florida. We all live in Soju's mansion. Hook up Mortdog and Frodan into the Warhammer Emperor life support machine. I still have yet to tap into the Warhammer universe. I told you how I met a new friend. His name is Bricky. He's like the Warhammer podcast guy. He stopped by my house and he gave me like the 15-minute pitch on why I should be a Warhammer fan. And I'm adding it to the list of things I need to do. Maybe that's what I'll do on my trip to Austin tomorrow to the CS major. Maybe I'll read a little bit on some Warhammer lore, see if I like it. I know Bricky's the man. And then he tried to sell me on toothpicks. Because apparently he has a toothpick business. Which I think that's the first person I've ever encountered that tries to sell me toothpicks. Yeah, it's like flavored toothpicks. It's like toothpicks that like taste like a flavor. So I was like, yeah, you know what? And, I mean, he gave me a couple. All right, we got Zeri and we got Marksman. And I think this game, unfortunately, was like heavily dominated by Exotech. Not much diversity for this one. But I mean, to be fair, it's the last game of the day, and a lot of people are playing first Wraith for some high placements, but they're just trying to sneak in final points in order to go to regionals. Because this is where regionals is on the line. Now you got a guy, though. That's true. If I'm in the market for toothpicks, I got a guy. Have you ever played backpack battles? I did not. But I think the Bazaar and backpack battles have overlapping concepts. So I don't feel like backpack battles is something that I need to play immediately. But I've seen enough videos on it. Oh, actually, I think My Mechabellum sponsored video is gonna be out soon.
哦哟，那救命了呀！我感觉。有机会吗？不知道啊，这个。但这里因为兔子拉不了兔子，而且场上没有别的。
I made a video for them because I was sponsored by them. I actually really like that game. If you guys want auto battle recommendations and you care about like deep, intricate strategy with a lot of counterplay and like meaningful interaction, and you like wartime fantasy, I think Mechabellum's pretty good. I actually enjoyed it like way more than I thought. They said that they might do something in the future, like with some kind of project, but and I said that I'd be interested in doing it. Man, this guy actually won out the Zeri board, the marksman boards. This lobby was just like one giant Zeri marksman fest, right? Let me look at the actual results here. The casters are like, man, Flicker Blade Zeri with 7 Exotech is crazy. Like, yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. All right, let me see if I can get a screenshot of it, and then I guess that's it for China. So we didn't actually get the screenshots of the final game lobby, but that game was like 5 Exotech players. I'm not even joking. That game was just shenanigans. It was just everyone playing. It was like checkmate, but not. It wasn't checkmate. It was just like a bunch of people playing for first because they needed to play it for their points. All right. So overall summary, I would say, like based off the way China played, I would say that Exotech is #1 for sure. A lot of Vanguard marksmen as a secondary AD line. I mean, it's pretty much the same as the West. But I would say that they actually played a couple of other things that are like slightly different. They played some interesting fast 9 boards. They were willing to play some reroll stuff like reroll Nitro that I don't think a lot of other people want to play. So they definitely are open to some of that. Yeah.